From both a scientific, health, and dharmic viewpoint, fasting, particularly water fasting, has been a topic of interest for health enthusiasts and researchers alike due to its so many potential benefits. Here's an overview of some insane benefits of fasting, particularly water fasting. So, fasting is a spiritual practice of embodying self discipline, purification, and sacrifice. And it's a mean of going beyond your physical desires and gaining the discipline you need to connect with your higher self, with a higher consciousness. Fasting enhances mental clarity, it deepens your devotion spiritually, and it fosters virtues like humility, discipline, and compassion. It's basically a pathway to liberalizing yourself through promoting harmony of your body and your mind with the soul. Now, we all know that fasting means eating less, right? It means having a restricted diet. So you're essentially burning more calories than you're eating, than you're intaking. There are different types of fasting. A popular one is your intermittent fasting. But one of the most ultimate fasts is undoubtedly the water fast, which, as the name suggests, is going just on water with no other food source. There is the 24-hour water fast, the 72 hours, so the 3-day water fast, and of course the ultimate 7-day water fast. Although I've seen YouTube videos of vloggers doing up to a month or even more on the more extreme side. So today let's talk about the insane, unbelievable advantages of water fasting. But before we begin, please continue to support our channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you. So when you fast with only water, what you're doing is you're allowing the body to detox. You're allowing the body to eliminate the toxins that have accumulated from eating food, the environment, and pollution. By abstaining from solid food, water fasting is essentially giving your body a break to rest. The digestive system needs a rest. It's always working to digest everything. So you're letting it potentially heal from inflammation or irritation in the bowels. Many people report an increased clarity in their mental focus and energy. Their memory improves because of water fasting. And this is likely due to the ketosis state, where instead of burning glucose or sugar, your body, in its ability to survive remarkably, it's going to burn fat. So of course, you're losing weight, but really you're detoxing, and losing weight is just an added byproduct of that process. Water fasting is practiced, of course, in the spiritual and religious context. Within the Dharmic fold, you have vrat, upwas, etc. But ultimately, it leads to being more disciplined and mindful. You also get a lot more stable emotionally, and you have more emotional resilience. So, water fasting with the physical benefits also has spiritual and mental benefits as well. Water fasting also leads to resetting your metabolic processes and encourages healthier eating habits if you can maintain them, of course, after the fast. The most important thing, and here's where the science comes in, that is called autophagy. And that is induced by a longer fast, usually more than 15 to 16 hours of just being on water. That's where the real fun begins. So what is autophagy? It's a process in your body. Auto means self, phagy means to eat. And it involves your system going around and recycling those cells or tissue in your body that are damaged or aren't working properly. They're dysfunctional. And it kills it off but retains the good parts. Imagine if you have an old car and you don't need it anymore. When you send it to the scrap, you still try to salvage the steel, the steering, the car seats, whatever parts are good. And the body in this case does that. So it's getting rid of the bad cells, the damaged cells. It's getting rid of the cellular waste, but it's also using the good parts, the leftover parts, to repair damage and renew. And by doing this, autophagy helps contribute to the body's defense against pathogens because it eliminates harmful bacteria, microbes, and it aids in what's called antigen presentation to the immune cells. So it increases your immune response. Studies in various organisms, like that's done on mice or worms, has even suggested that enhancing the autophagy can ultimately lead to increasing one's lifespan, and it delays the onset of age-related diseases. Autophagy plays a critical role in maintaining your good brain health, neuronal health, and can help protect against diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Water fasting in particular, it enhances autophagy because you are burning your glycogen and your fat instead of your glucose, and that leads to ketosis, which reduces your dependency on insulin. So it's very good. So it's very good for preventing against diabetes as well. So in a way, we're actually letting our body self-heal. The traditional thought process behind illness is whenever we get sick, we take medicines. But and that's important, of course, but in a way, letting our body heal is the fundamental concept behind fasting, because you're allowing the body to do what it does best, to engage in a process of self-healing. When we fast, our body is essentially cleaning up. And of course, with water, you're helping all of that get flushed out. Fasting helps regulate blood sugar levels and, of course, maintain insulin sensitivity. So this can be really beneficial for those with insulin resistance or a form of type 2 diabetes. It's essential to approach fasting with caution, especially not to go overboard in the beginning, or in general to have a very long extended water fast, as they could have potential risks like dehydration, imbalance in the electrolytes, deficiencies in the nutrients. So consulting a doctor or any other dietitian, healthcare professional before embarking on a water fast, and knowing your own body and doing what you're comfortable with, is highly, highly recommended, especially if you're someone who has a pre-existing health condition. But overall, fasting really allows the body to divert energy from the constant day-to-day digestion towards self-repair, regeneration, and detoxing. You're giving your body a break, and you're allowing the physiological systems inside to rejuvenate and function more efficiently. So anyways, I hope you found this video useful, friends. Thank you so much for watching, and stay curious.